Hey everyone, I hope y'all are having a great day. Over 4 years ago on this channel, I started a series called Top 5. That was back in August 2014, and it's honestly generous to say that I started a series because I just posted that one video and never touched it again. But here I am reviving it because we're close to November, which means we're close to NaNoWriMo, and I really want to try and participate this year. I've never done it before. I definitely think I'm gonna lose. I've never written more than 20,000 words for any of my works in progress in my life. But I am almost 21 years old now. I've been wanting to be a novelist since I was in the 4th grade. And at this point, there's just no way I'm ever going to finish writing a novel if I don't force myself to do it. So because NaNoWriMo has been inching closer, I've been thinking a lot about writing and who my writing crushes are. Meaning, which authors do I read and think, wow, I really admire their writing style. I wish I could write like that. Like, imagine having that kind of talent. So I thought I'd share my top 5 YA writing crushes. This is solely based on writing style. This isn't about which authors write the best character development or the most mind-blowing plots. It's really truly just about the writing itself. I'm also limiting it to just YA because I feel like if I opened it up to all genres, there's just too much competition. I could not narrow it down. Like, that would be ridiculous. Like, choosing between like Toni Morrison and F. Scott Fitzgerald, that's stupid and impossible. But yes, writing crushes. If you want, feel free to pause the video right now, brainstorm your own top 5 writing crushes, maybe write them down, put them in a comment somewhere, just so that you have your own list without the influence of what I'm about to say. Do you have them? Good. I have mine. I'm ready to go. So coming in at number 5 is my girl, Marie Rutkoski. Now, I actually considered switching out Marie Rutkoski for Rainbow Rowell. If I had an honorable mention, I think it would go to Rainbow Rowell. And I thought about switching her out because Marie Rutkoski has written The Shadow Society, and I read that, and I honestly was not very impressed by the writing style in that book. But she also wrote the Winter's Trilogy. If you've been on this channel, you know I love this trilogy for many reasons, and one of those reasons is Marie Rutkoski's writing. This trilogy has some of the most amazing writing. It's incredibly pithy and evocative. She writes in a way that's kind of terse, but that conveys everything that needs to be said in a very economical word count. And also, her dialogue, absolutely clever. Marie Rutkoski is so capable at writing. When is she going to release another book? It's been ages. Moving on to number 4. Number 4 goes to Maggie SeaButter, queen of atmospheric writing. There is no one I can think of that creates tone and atmosphere quite like Maggie SeaButter. She does it so excellently, so effectively. She's also incredible at developing her characters, but the writing itself, it just gives you chills. Now, number 3 goes to the only male author on this list. It is probably the male author that you are expecting to be on this list, and that's John Green. This is a perfect example of how I can love someone's writing style without loving their books. And the same goes for the vice versa. Like, I love Jenny Han's books, but I would never rank her writing style as one of my favorites, and the same with Stephanie Perkins. But John Green, I think objectively, undeniably, one of the best YA writers out there. His voice is extremely intelligent, full of cleverness and wit. His dialogue is razor sharp, and he captures certain feelings and sentiments so immaculately. Like, even when I don't care about his plots or his characters in a certain book, I am always consistently impressed by his writing. The way he writes is so interesting because it feels so effortless, but it also feels like he spent a million years on a single paragraph. Number 2 is a little bit of a questionable choice, only because I've only read one book from this author, but this one book left such an impression on me that she just shot up to number 2 on this list. And that is Jandy Nelson. Jandy Nelson, just Jandy Nelson. Her writing is breathtaking, absolutely beautiful. Some things that Jandy Nelson writes feel like a direct punch to your gut, or it sometimes reads like someone is reading you deep down into who you are as a person. I think Jandy Nelson's writing is the definition of poignant. And if Jandy Nelson's writing is the definition of poignant, then my top choice is the definition of lyrical. I said at the beginning of this video that the inspiration for this idea was NaNoWriMo, and it's not completely false, but More accurately, the biggest inspiration for this idea came from a book that I recently read. And if I had said that Strange the Dreamer inspired this video, that would have been a spoiler, you know? I would have given away my top choice. Number 1 goes to Laini Taylor. My top pick, my biggest writing crush, Laini Taylor. Her writing is poetry. She crafts her sentences together like an artist. Like, it never feels overly flowery or like it's trying too hard. It only ever feels like she's writing with so much love. Her writing makes me remember that creative writing is genuinely an art form. Like, Laini Taylor is an artist. If you haven't read any books by her, you have to check her out. She writes really weird books, but her writing is some of the most gorgeous prose I have ever read. So, those are my top 5 YA writing crushes. I would really love to hear what yours are. I know I definitely prefer some types of writing over others. For example, I feel like all of the people on my list are very beautiful, intelligent writers versus writers who are more like fun and chatty. And that's a writing style I also enjoy reading, but it's not one that I envy, you know? But yeah, leave your own list of your top 5 writing crushes below. I would love to compare and contrast them. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll have a fantastic day and happy reading. Bye!